With the vast universe in front of you, there are so many things to see and explore. For some, it's finding aliens. Others revel in discovery of potato moons. But if you are into stars, well then come along for the ride to see 5 unique celestial bodies. Starting off with a star that seems to look ordinary, right? Well, it's not. As a matter of fact, this is the closest RAYET star to Sol, Gliese 293b, found in loved 26 star system. Funny thing too, this is the main star that you jump onto, rather than the loved 26. That one is a little bit further away. Isn't it interesting that there is a star that carries the system's name, and yet is not the main one? Anyways, what are RAYET stars? Well, in layman's terms, it's just a supersized, normal-looking star. But if we are speaking more complex, RAYET stars are a rare, heterogeneous set of stars with unusual spectra showing prominent, broad emission lines with highly ionized helium and nitrogen or carbon. The spectra indicate very high surface enhancement with heavy elements, depletion of hydrogen, and strong solar winds. Their surface temperatures ranges from 30,000 to around 200,000 Kelvin, hotter than almost all other stars. And blah 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 blah. Yeah, you can read the wiki on your own too, you know. My voice honestly is not the best one for narration of serious stuff. Still, if you seek every type of star, well, here's one great big ball of flame checked off your list. Oh, and speaking of lewd 26, that star actually is a white dwarf, so you get 2 unique stars for the price of 1 system. Okay, so moving on to something a bit more show-offy. How about a 4-star system? But you could say, 4-star systems are nothing special, they are all over the place. This is boring. Ah, but wait. How many of those 4-star systems do you have all 4 of them within 500 light seconds of each other? Aha, got your attention now. Yes, I stumbled upon this system quite by chance. Quite a cool, or maybe hot, system for all the screenshot-mad ASP explorers. Frankly, I'm not sure how stable this sort of a configuration is, but while it lasts, well, hey, have fun with it. Speaking of, if you have found a similar system with more stars, let me know. I quite fancy this myself. Did you know that there are no O-class stars within the bubble? These types of stars are about 40,000 to 1,000,000 times brighter than our own star, and in-game have this dark violet glow as the light goes past the blue color in the spectrum. For those that don't know, the stars go from dark red, orange, yellow, white, blue, and then violet, entering the ultraviolet spectrum. Frankly, visual-wise, I do prefer these over any other type of star. Besides, Achenar, the home of Empire, has the B-class star in it that is rather close to the O-class star. And if you're in a fabulous Imperial ship, I reckon it looks the best in such light. Maybe that's why Imperials chose white as their color, to emphasize the look of their ships for extra, basking. If basking is not your game, then maybe violence is. Then, aside from previously mentioned white dwarf, visiting Jackson's lighthouse would scratch that itch. The home of the only neutron star within the bubble. Actually, as many of you pointed out in one of the last videos, Jackson's lighthouse is not the only neutron star within the bubble, though it is the only one where the neutron star is the main star. This huge thing is also practical, as both white dwarfs and neutrons give you FSD boosts if you enter their cones for long enough. First, I know I mentioned the star in the series already, but come on, it's a rather unique one in more than just one way. Still, my personal gripe comes when you realize that scooping from a neutron star is way easier than from a white dwarf, and white dwarfs also give less boost. So, from gameplay perspective, it just doesn't make sense. Anyways, to educate y'all, a neutron star is a collapsed core of a giant star which before collapse had a total mass of between 10 and 29 solar masses. Neutron stars are the smallest and densest stars, not counting hypothetical quirk stars and strange stars. Does Elite even have quirk stars? Well, I gotta look it up later. Anyways, neutrons are, or at least could be, pulsars if they spin fast enough. Also, neutrons are so dense that while having way more mass than our sun, would occupy less space than Earth itself. And of course, the creation of neutron stars is basically one big failure of becoming a black hole. See, neutron stars are created when the star explodes or implodes, and the mass in the core was not big enough for a black hole. So, there you go. And speaking of singularity, you don't need to go too far to actually see one, or rather not see one. Okay, I'll lay off the nerd jokes. There are a couple of black holes within the bubble, but there is one that is a bit more prettier than the rest, and not too far away. The system name? Maia. Though yes, the main star is not a black hole. If you venture a bit further in the system, you will find one, just hanging about, absorbing mass and being the humanity's waste disposal. So if you need to get rid of evidence, slaves, or some toxic waste, you know where to go next. Though it's a shame that you cannot go inside a black hole, even when you crash into the exclusion zone. There is a physical exclusion collision box, or sphere rather, for every celestial body in this game, so the Pilots Federation just won't let you die that easily, you know, you gotta grind for that. But seriously though, Maia black hole is a rather puny one and easy to miss unless you know what to look at, which probably is also why most people forget about it and only remember Maia for Targoids, Palin, or Obsidian. But there you go folks, 5 unique stars to visit plus some bonuses. And if you have any suggestions, feel free to poke me in the Discord or list your discoveries down below in the comments. But overall, just share the video around and dislike or like and subscribe if you did. In the meantime, I'll go throw out some trash. Yes, trash. That's what it is. You heard nothing?